This is Poetry, a breakbeat on childhood's groove. I'm your host, Tom Conlon, and you're listening to Just One Poem. Music to my ears will be to write the sort of thing a person will look back on and say, that was written for me. That was my poem. We do this all the time with songs, but less so with poetry. Poetry isn't allowed to play in the same park as songs. For starters, I don't see songs being, at least in broad strokes, separated for children or for adults. They're just the soundtrack of our lives, a part of the events we go through which become touchstones. There are songs I listened to throughout my childhood that would have been the songs a person 10 years older would have listened to. Music is for everyone. Of course, there are songs for children and there are songs for adults, the ones with the dirty words. But a 2-year-old will take what they need from most songs just as much as the 52-year-old will. We don't think of poetry in this way. We divide poems between age groups, and it's the brave older reader who sits on a train reading something as wonderful as A Great Big Cuddle by Michael Rosen and Chris Riddell. Yeah, imagine if Taylor Swift or Ed Sheeran only wrote poetry. Would they have been as popular? It's doubtful. We don't have back-to-back poetry on radio stations, and yet what is something like hip-hop if not poetry? So why not embrace that fully by giving us poetry with our daily dose of the Jackson 5 and Dexy's Midnight Runners? Let's fold poetry into our mass entertainment. Beat poetry tried for a while to slip under the radar. Mix these words with a little jam and maybe the rest of the media will play along. But perhaps poetry needs to be more diluted than that. Maybe hearing some truths need a little more fizz before we can bear to hear Whitey on the Moon. Because poetry demands action. Even the nursery rhyme demands that we perform. And even the lullaby demands that we sleep. This poem is by Carl Nova and it's called The Dancer. From a distance all I could see was a crowd gathered round. I could also hear the music and I really loved the sound. It was a sunny summer afternoon and as I moved closer, it's like the heat increased. I was sipping on a cola. I pushed to the front of the crowd and what I saw was so amazing that it left me in awe. A man in a red tracksuit was spinning on the floor. He was spinning on his head. Then suddenly he paused. He twisted his arms and legs to the rhythm. He was popping and locking to beats from a sound system. The crowd roared at every move. He danced rapidly. He did things that made me think he could defy gravity. He did backflips and front flips, so acrobatic, all in time with the beat, so fantastic. He's so flexible, his joints must be elastic, is what I thought to myself as the music blasted. The poetry will be playing all night long, so let it in and surrender to its rhythm. My name is Tom Conlon. This has been Just One Poem.